Hey guys, today I have this fall makeup tutorial for you. So today I decided to do the face first, so I'm taking the Cover FX Illuminating Primer and placing this all over my skin to act as a base for my foundation. I normally do my eyes first. I don't know, we're switching things up. For foundation, I'm taking my two favorite as of currently, the Milani Conceal and Perfect and the L'Oreal Pro Glow. And I'm also using this new Ofra sponge to go ahead and apply it all over my skin. I feel like it gives a nice amount of coverage, and also the finish of both of these foundations mixed together just gives a beautiful finish. I feel like it's definitely not, you know, heavy matte, and it's also not super glowy. It's just right in the middle, and I'm just loving the way that it looks so far. So I'm going to be blending this out with this sponge. I'm also bringing it down to my neck a little bit, and in some lightings it looks a little odd, the shade, but I promise you girl, it matches. So to go ahead and hide those under eye circles and get it a little bit bright under there, I'm taking my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. That was no shock if you've been watching me, but I just love the way that this finishes and the way it looks on my skin, so it will brighten and also cover. And to go ahead and blend that out under there, I'm taking this like oval looking brush and I'm just blending this away. I find that this gives a really nice like airbrush finish to the under eye and doesn't look streaky, but it also doesn't even look like too cakey. Like, it's very odd, but it looks awesome on the under eye and very seamless. So I'm blending this into a V formation that I have placed it in and blending it out. Next up, I'm taking the Amazing Cosmetics concealer, and this is the Illuminate concealer in the shade Fair. I'm going to be placing this a little bit on my forehead and down my nose, and as well as my Cupid's bow area. I find that this will definitely conceal. It's very high coverage. I've been loving it, and it also gives a really healthy look to the skin. Go ahead and set the under eye and all those spots we just did the concealer, and I'm taking the Airspun loose face powder, and I just picked this up from Walgreens. It is awesome, to say the least. I'm like in love with it right now. If you guys know me, I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, so this was definitely a changer for me, but yeah, if you guys want a video on both those, let me know. But I'm using this to go ahead and set all those spots, and then I will brush it away with a brush. Moving on to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and prime them up with MAC Painterly Paint Pots, and I'm going to be placing that all over my lids, up to my brow bone, and I'm using this brush from Vanity Planet. I got a bunch of these brushes from there, and they are awesome. They're vegan, and yeah, they're cruelty-free. Awesome, right? So we're going to be blending that all over my lid, and then I'm going to blend it out with my finger as well. So for this eye look today, I was definitely inspired by fall, so I obviously wanted to have some of those colors of like orangey brown, kind of reddish tones, and like a pop of sparkle, so I thought the Modern Renaissance palette was perfect. So I'm taking this is from Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and I'm taking the shade Cyrpus Umber and Warm Taupe. Sorry if I totally butchered those names, but I'm mixing both of those shades together to go ahead and get my perfect transition kind of color in my crease. And I'm going to go ahead and use this brush to get my crease color. So I'm bringing it and extending it past my brow just a little bit in that formation, just in my natural contour of my crease, and bringing it from outer to inner corner. Then I'm going in with the shade Red Ochre from this palette and placing it on the outer portion of my lid and bringing it into my lid area just a little bit, but keeping it into the outer corner. And then I'm going to be blending out with another brush, both of those colors, kind of diffusing it together. And then I'm going to be blending this color right into the lower lash line area, and I'm connecting it from the outer corner of my upper lid to the bottom lower lash line. So for this look, I was definitely going for more of that metallic vibe. So I'm taking the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow and some MAC Fix Plus. This shade is in Rose Dust. And I'm placing this all over my lid. And I'm keeping it into my lid area and really carving out my natural lid area. You'll see I take the brush and I kind of like just get that natural area, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just packing on this color just so it is really metallic. Taking the first shade in this Anastasia palette in the shade Tempera, I'm just placing it into the inner corners of my eye, and I will also bring that underneath on my brow bone as well. Then I'm going to go back in with that brown shade from this palette as well and just kind of place that into my outer corner area and bringing that into the crease as well. And then I will blend everything away with a brush so everything is seamlessly diffused together. So to bronze up my skin and have more of that bronzy effect, I'm going to go ahead and add my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer with this angled brush and just kind of sweeping it into my natural contours of my cheeks, as well as my temples and my forehead and a little bit down the sides of my nose. I just bring it everywhere where I need to get that color back, as well as my jawline, so everything is kind of blended. I'm going to go ahead and highlight up the skin. I'm taking the Ofra shade Rodeo Drive, and this is new and I was super excited to use it, and holy cow, it is so pigmented. It's awesome. I'm using this in the highest points of my cheekbones, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, look at the pigment without me even wetting the brush. It's awesome. It has the perfect gold reflex to it. It's awesome. So I will have a discount code, and as well as all these products I'm using down below for you in the description. They'll be listed there. So go ahead and check that out. But amazing. I did find that this was a little bit too gold for my liking. Sometimes I like more of that white shade. So I definitely did have to mix it with my Beverly Hills Ofra highlighter, but girl, the pigment of both of these are there and it's real and it's awesome. So yeah, I love both of them. 2 pieces. So I'm just taking that whitest shade from the Beverly Hills one and really putting that on the highest points of my cheekbones. For lashes, I'm taking my oh so loved Ardell Double Ups 206 and I'm placing that with some Kiss Lash Glue on my lashes, and then, as always, using my Maybelline Colossal Spider Effect Mascara because it is bomb.com. So I'm also taking a fine brush and smudging some of the NYX Prismatic Shadow in the Rose Dust that we use on our lids right underneath on that waterline area on the lower portion of my eye, and I'm connecting it to the front of my eye. So for this look, I obviously wanted to have a bold lip color, so I'm taking the Lipland Montenegro Matte Liquid Lip, and this is the Rizzy collection. I am obsessed with this shade. It is beautiful, like the perfect shade for fall. I'm obsessed. So I'm putting this all over my lippies, and then the look is totally complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there are tons of fall makeup looks out there and they probably all look so similar, but I just wanted to share with you the look that I was going for and what I had like envisioned in my head with the products I was using. So yeah, you can definitely achieve this look with other products. Keep that in mind. I will have all the makeup products I used today in the description box below. And thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. And until my next video, I will see you then. Bye. Mwah.